Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews. Today we have the 2023 Toyota Highlander XSE. So this is actually my first time driving the normal Highlander with the 2.4 liter. I was a massive fan of the 3.5 NA V6, which in turn made me a big fan of the Pathfinder. I'm an idiot. The Pathfinder also uses a 3.5, but it's a different 3.5. I'm an idiot. So I wanted to see what the Highlander was like with this new 2.4 that they switched to in 2023. 265 horsepower. 265 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque, all routed through an 8-speed torque converter automatic. Sorry, I'm a child. Obviously you have third row seating. I'm just gonna, okay. I do like the midnight look that this has. I do have captain's chairs in the rear. God, I love night reviews because I'm just in the weirdest of moods. Do have a ton of storage. There is. Haha. Previous owner must have been a fan of some heavy rock bands, because here's Nickelback. Yep, that was childish as well. Ton of different drive modes. You have normal, eco, sport. On top of that you have different terrain modes: mud, sand, and rock dirt. You just push for normal. Good sunroof. Do have, like the Pilot, a mirror for, please, just please cooperate. Do have a mirror for the back seat. But I think we all really kind of want to know how this drives. I'm in sport mode now. I'll do normal first and just kind of drive it gently. Good test of the turning circle here. Pretty good. So the 2.4, man, the 3.5 was a great motor. It really was. I loved that motor with a passion. It just made this thing, it just was such a cool sounding engine. The 2.4 doesn't have that sound, but at the end of the day, who cares? This is a Highlander, not a GR Corolla. Steering, very, very good actually. There's a good amount of feedback that I get through the wheel, but not enough to be overwhelming. On the highway, you can feel different expansion joints, but what you can also feel, and I haven't obviously experienced this, but I can just tell based off of everything I've driven what it's going to be like in situations like this. If the roads were icy or had snow, whatever, you know how you can feel that difference in when you're on ice or when you're on pavement? You could be able to tell that on the wheel. A lot of these big SUVs, it's tough to tell because they're so disconnected from the road. This one's not the case. I can definitely feel, you know, when I'm going over different expansion joints, I can feel when I have grip and when I don't. Tires are about halfway through their life, so they're going to be a little bit noisier than you might expect from a brand new example. But why don't we go ahead into sport mode and try out what makes the XSE the XSE, even though it has the exact same power as all the other Highlanders. That was actually a really quick 1-2 shift. XSE is mainly your appearance. You're gonna have different wheels, different front fascia, dual tip exhaust, but it's not gonna have a different transmission, different suspension, stuff like that. It's mainly just kind of tuning differences. Oh God, save the Queen. This is getting a little ridiculous now. Why don't I just... So, example like this. I can feel that I'm on dirt and the asphalt's different. Auto start stop, you obviously have a button somewhere to disable it, right here. So yeah, the Highlander is really, really good. And getting into it with the 4-cylinder, it still drives exactly how I would expect it to. And I'm definitely happy in it. I'm not upset that I'm not in a V6 one. And I do like the way it drives. In terms of handling dynamics of the chassis, it's pretty good. You can definitely tell it's front-wheel drive based. But the traction control, everything like that, it does a good job supplying power to that inside wheel to kind of, or outside wheel I should say, to kind of help you rotate and claw your way out of corners. So dynamically, it's actually pretty fun to drive. This is no X7M, but for the money I didn't expect it to be. In terms of quick maneuvers, do have some body roll, again to be expected. At the end of the day, people buying a Highlander XSE want the sporty look, but they don't want the suspension to beat them up on long journeys, and this won't. I do wish there was some paddle shifters behind the wheel, but that's just me. You do have a manual mode that you can put the shifter into by dropping it to, or moving it to the left. Brake pedal feel pretty good. Again, 28,000 miles on this, so very likely original brakes. Very progressive pedal, good amount of bite, and good amount of stopping force for this SUV. I don't sit there and worry about the brakes not being there. They're pretty good. Ooh, in sport mode, you get some downshifts from the transmission. I do like that. So I'll try to demonstrate that. You go for the brake. Not only will that help in sporty driving, it's also going to supply some engine braking, which anything to help stop a vehicle when you're burying the brakes is going to help me. Or I should say, is okay with me. Yeah, so how does the 2.4 change the Highlander? The good news is, it really doesn't. It still performs very well, very eager, willing to help you out in sporty situations, and on the highway, cruising around, passing people, I'm not begging for that V6. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one.